pushing our writers to use their brain a little bit, you know, and start to write, because we exist and we're not here just to look pretty.
I've always wanted to do a fantastic action film. Not had those kind of budgets, not had, you know, that kind of an opportunity or that kind of a vision would match up to those expectations which I would feel satisfied with.
If you're super talented, you gotta be Crakk, and if you're Crakk, you will be super talented.
I'm Arjun Rampal.
Hi, my name is Nora Fatehi.
Hi, this is Vidyut Jammwal.
My name is Amy Jackson, and you're watching me on E-Times.
Hi, this is Ankita from E-Times, and today I have with me the team of Crakk, and they are not Crakk people, but they are really also very talented people with me. Arjun Rampal, Nora Fatehi, Amy Jackson and Vidyut Jammwal, who's also the producer of the film. Vidyut, I have to start with saying that you said that success, you want to use your success to kind of, you know, upgrade yourself and just get better. And I feel that it's so incredible that you're actually, you know, not just being the action star in the country, but also raising the bar when it comes to action films coming from India. And that's quite a good thing to do coming from outside. What do you have to say about this one and the whole process so far?
To start with, your introduction. They're not only Crakk people, but they're super talented. If you're super talented, you gotta be Crakk, and if you're Crakk, you will be super talented.
Wow, that's they are connected.
No, it's been a journey, and it's like I've been fortuitous to be a part of this, because I started playing imperceptible roles down south, and I was watching producers, I was watching people on the set, and I never thought that this is how it should be if I become a producer, but I thought that this is how it should be, just as people. And when I started producing, I realized that there are certain things that have to be done. That is, people need to come and rehearse, they need to be on time, they need to do a few things which are just elementary. Then I want to work with people who really are talented, because it helps me too. Talking about Crakk, when we started Crakk, the most important thing was to cast a man who could do action, who would stand next to me and give it their all. Arjun was the only name that came to us. We had a lot of people, but the moment Arjun's name came, we were hoping that he says yes. It started from there, and then everything just fell in place.
Yeah, and Arjun looks like the surprise package of because we've seen Vidyut do action, and we know that he's going to raise the bar for us every time, but the audience is really looking forward to seeing you in this avatar.
Well, that's really thanks to Vidyut, because he made me raise the bar. My game, you know, he raised the bar so high that I had to, you know, raise my game when I'm coming onto the set. And it's your duty as an actor when you're going to go against a person who's like a fantastic athlete. You have to also, you know, reach that level. So I had to train a lot, but you have to for films like that. I mean, it's not something which one can sit and harp about, so I really worked hard. You have to work hard on films or in anything in life.
Absolutely. Amy, you said it's empowering to do action. So for the two of you, you know, how empowering was this film in terms of both your characters? And also, I also, you know, kicking some stereotypes along with some action.
Hell yes. Get those stereotypes out the door. And I'm very grateful for this opportunity, this film, because it's great for women to feel represented on screen and to have that, you know, feisty, badass woman and attempting to keep up with the guys. And it's beautiful to see that, and women want to see that. It's great. It's as you say, empowering for young girls. It's inspirational. And it's also, it's fun. And I feel like this is the way movies should be. And I really love the fact that the industries are changing, and this is worldwide. I think the scripts that are coming in, the young writers, the new generations, they want to represent every walks of life. They want an inclusive kind of cast that represents everybody. You know, you want to see people on screen that you can resonate with or be inspired by. So I think this film definitely does that. There's people from all different walks of life on the set, and it's beautiful to see that.
Yeah, Nora, you fitted this film so beautifully, and everybody's talking about your dialogue and your scene, which is you know, seen in the trailer. Everybody's talking. So How was this experience for you, and how different was it this time around, which I'm sure it must have been?
It was a crazy experience. Mixed emotions of like nervousness, excitement, and just ready to take on like this new chapter of my career and this opportunity. When I walked into the set, I realized that okay, this is a different world. What Adi sir wanted to do, he's definitely bringing it to life, and that made me even more excited to give my all and to kind of just merge with all of them on set. And the way Adi sir presented my character and even Amy's character as women in the film, I feel it's just so bossy. It's so like, we're here and we're so unapologetic ourselves. And the boys, obviously, with their stunts and all the crazy things that Adi sir made them do, but at the same time, he's made us still stand out. We're not just beachy, like just disappearing in the background. We're
so
still
amazing.
there, yeah, and I love that. So good, hats off
And
to
soon
Sir
I think
for that.
we're not going to have this conversation anymore that it's empowering for women to do action. I think it's going to be normalized.
It's the norm.
It's the genre, and the genre is action. And if the woman doesn't have anything to do, then, I mean, it's like, why not?
I think we all are going to be unemployed very soon.
Exactly.
Why not?
I'll become a trainer.
No, it's not men against women as well, and it's because of incredible men like these guys, like Aditya, like the writers. We have these opportunities.
Yeah. It's really not about, like she says, it's not about taking their jobs or their place. It's not about that.
But you
it's
will.
actually, which we might. It's about pushing our writers to use their brain a little bit, you know, and start to write, because we exist and we're not here just to look pretty. You know what I mean? So
And looking pretty is a job.
yeah, you better look pretty, but pretty with substance.
Hell
you
yeah.
know?
Wow, so well said. Talking about Vidyut, he's always been somebody who's always, promoted martial arts and real life action at a time when VFX was in full swing, Vidyut, and you came and you made Kalari Pai 2 popular and, all of that. For a film like this, where you want to strike a balance between making it look larger than life and yet real and authentic, what has been the challenge? And also for all of you as actors, if there's been any challenge on this film?
See, to start with, I always talk about this, that I really don't enjoy watching action movies. I'm not a guy who goes home and watches action movies. And it's not, I just love to do the action part. And when we started shooting for IB, my previous production, we were working on Crakk, and I'd spoken to Aditya Dutt, and I told him that the kind of action I like to watch me doing is, you gotta have, mujhe na wo sab jahan pe, wow, it scares me. It doesn't give me a very good vibe. I like nice music, nice background. It should be entertaining. Like, for example, Fast and the Furious is something that entertains me. I've been a part of the Commando franchise, but it's scary. People see me as scary. So, Crakk is very similar to an entertaining action movie, and that's what I'm very proud of.
Absolutely. Arjun, I have to say it's so commendable that you can take a break for a bit and then come back with a bang with earlier like a slew of movies like D-Day and Rajniti, and then again take that break and then come back with Daddy and Kahani 2 and Rock On 2. And then again people are seeing you in this after a while where you've completely transformed yourself. Does it require a lot of gumption to sometimes take a pause and say that no, I'll wait for something which is worth it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's important to. It's important to have some silence around you, because I think at that point in time you really are manifesting and you're creating something special to come to you. You might not know what it is yourself, but there is something innate in you as a quality which is wanting something. And I've always wanted to do a fantastic action film, really. That's been my desire. Unfortunately, not had those kind of budgets, not had, that kind of an opportunity or that kind of a vision which would match up to those expectations which I would feel satisfied with. So when, I think Crakk is all of those things when it came to me. It's incredible action, terrific set pieces of action, which no one has seen before, which I didn't even know existed or could happen. And that's because there is a producer and an actor who excels in it, you know, and can take it to that other level. And you have a director who can execute it. I mean, Aditya Dutt has always surprised me in every scene that we did, in anything that he had to do. He said, just do it. I would argue with him and say, nahi yaar, this is just not the character. It doesn't feel right to speak like that. He said, okay, listen, let me just do it, and then, you know, you see it, and if it doesn't work, we'll take it out. You know, you can always edit it out. Because we had that kind of a friendship. And it's always been for the betterment of the film, the conversations. But every time, he's been right. And it's the first time that's happened to me. You know, it happens to me very rarely, but this is the first time he's been like bang on with everything that he told me, and what impact it would have is exactly the impact and emotion he gets. So it was great submitting to him and to this fantastic team.
Did you all train in advance for the action part? How was it like? The prep was for how long?
For me, I had to amp it up for sure. The character really demanded it, but luckily I'm into that kind of thing in my fitness regime anyway. I enjoy boxing, I enjoy kickboxing. I use it as a form of release. I use it as a form of physical health. So to have that already, you know, in the standby stages was great. It helped. Arjun touched about before, when you do action and if you get an injury or when you're doing new stunts on set, if you're already physically fit, it helps. But obviously when I got the role and when I was offered the movie, I did my research. I watched a few of these guys on screen. I was like, okay, I watched Commando. I said, if this is what, you know, the levels of action and impact from a Vidyut Jammwal film, I have to really, you know, train and have rigorous, have rigorous training and really amp it up. And I enjoyed it, so it hopefully translates on screen.
Nora, you want to add to that?
Same. Whatever she said.
Thank you so much, guys. It was lovely talking.
Thank you.
Thank you.